The GOAT is back. The world's greatest dart player, Phil the Power Taylor, has a generation dart for us to drool over. This is his 8th generation target dart, and as the Black Knight of Darts returns to our TV screens later this year for the World Seniors Darts Championships. This Batmobile looking dart comes in this fancy front window packaging, and I have been sent them in 26 grams, which is Phil's preferred weight. 95% tungsten, and for the keen eyes out there, they're a similar feature trapezoidal cut to the old Paul Lim darts. A sort of asp looking nose, and all this in a sleek matte black coating. Now let's get inside and have a look. Now inside we have the black dense EVA foam insert with your warranty and promotional booklet, which here is featuring the new Target Aspar board, which I will be reviewing shortly for you all. Now these darts are £109.95, which is quite steep, but also not uncommon for what we've come to expect with raising dart prices, but also this is Phil Taylor and he does command a higher price tag. So let's see what this latest derivative has in store for us. From the front we have the black diamond cut points in the Swiss style, so they can be screwed in and out and changed easily. They do have a small cut so that when they do break you can change them. I'm yet to actually change a Swiss point that is broken, and I am a big fan of the system. The nose is very much like Aspinall's darts, and I love the sleek look and simple long cuts to give it a torpedo looking aggressive streamline look. There are some beautiful polished ring cuts that lead into broken matte black ring cuts, which I must say I really like and is a classy touch. I don't know how long they'll keep like this with the coating as matte. Sadly, most of us who use matte colours know that they mark up right from the off. We then get the trapezoidal grip at the rear, which is a step up in grip from the sandblasted rear that we've seen in previous versions of Phil's darts, giving a slightly more dimpled feel, which is comfortable without being too harsh on your fingers. It's also at the stem that Target have added some extra value to their latest Barney darts, by adding an extension of grip on that stem. I do really like this touch. However, unlike the Barneys, where I like a high tail entry, with the Taylors I like to stack, so with this heavier stem it's much more suitable, and that grip will be a welcome extension for those players who throw from the rear or even slightly on that stem. The stems have the interchangeable silver caps that hold the vapor flights, which are by far the hardest flights to master, and often the reason why people don't get on with Phil Taylor darts. But let me show you later why you need to change the flights before you make a big mistake. So the quick close-up there can show the barrels, the flights and the stems, and of course the points, and they do look really classy and well put together. They do feel premium, a bit special. Let's get them to the board and see how they go. I'm not going to lie to you. The setup that is provided with the Phil Taylor darts is not for everyone. You'll see here now, I don't know what to say. Just please listen and please watch. This is unedited, so you can see how these darts fly with the supplied setup. And let me apologise, it's not pretty. I'll throw 3 from the front, 3 from the middle and 3 from the rear. The vapor flights require a certain oomph in the throw that doesn't suit my style and makes the tail for these darts go lower than even. This though is where some people stick the darts up for sale on a second-hand group saying that they're rubbish. But wait, please, I beg you. Try your own flights or some larger ones, and all of a sudden something will really change for you. With the Dimplex L-style setup, all of a sudden these feel great. The torpedo goes straight to the board, and the grip and weight start to feel pretty damn good. I've always said this about Taylor darts, the vapor flights are hard to get on with, but I'll show you with a range of flights and my recommended setup at the end. all of a sudden these darts start feeling how they should. Premium, well weighted, bat missiles that really hone in on that treble 20 and start making you smile when you throw them. Whilst the missile nose is nice at the front, I think that this dart is much better from the middle and the rear. That trapezoidal grip really is quite nice and comfortable, and the ring grip in the middle with that matte effect really feels quite comfortable. I'll whiz through a range of flights now so it gives you an idea on how they enter the board with my throw. Obviously not all of our throws are the same, so please take this as a rough guide. I typically prefer a high tail entry when I throw, but I'm not against it with the tailors. I actually enjoy stacking tailor darts. It feels more comfortable for me as I used to throw them, and that was the kind of entry I wanted when I first started playing. But the point here is that these darts must be tried with a different flight before you give up on them. We all wish we could play as good as Phil Taylor and as consistently, but evidently he has a lot of power in that right arm of his that allows him to throw these tiny flights with such force that they go straight to his target. However, for me, I've kept his style of shape and added more surface area, and I actually recommend a fantail flight. I've thrown these for a few years and love the Robson flights as they're fairly durable. They weigh the dart down nicely to stack, but they offer more stability and drag through the air than the Vapor flights. You can use 100 micron versions too, and you can get that same desired effect. However, using the Condor, the Harrow's Click, and many of the others, you're still able to get a reasonably even, but slightly higher tail entry, which will be comfortable for the majority of players. So here we go with my recommended setup, and something for you to try. A few first with the Robsons, which do fit over those normal metal caps that are provided on the dart, and then a few throws with 100 micron fantail flights. Just look at how the entry has evened up. So if you want to stack your darts, you're going to have to be careful that you don't go for a flight that's too large and starts bringing that tail up. Hopefully though, that metal stem at the back will bring that dart down a little bit more for you if that's what you want for your desired effect and entry into the board. Medium grip rating from the middle and rear and slightly less on the front. With looks 8.5 out of 10 and value 7.5 out of 10. I'm a huge Phil Taylor fan. As I've mentioned before, we saw him once at an exhibition in Norwich a few years back, and we were starstruck and literally bumbled our words shouting at him before he entered the venue. This legend of the game commands the highest respect, quality and effort into his darts, and it really is only the price that is a negative on his latest addition to the range. But as I always say, £100 for a set of darts that will last you years is actually a solid investment. It's only when we compare to other sports that we start to realise this. My friend, for example, spent £1,000 on a putter for golf. However, we must give it some context. There are player darts out there that are £40 that are well machined and great to throw. The difference is this: these are Phil's darts. They carry a premium, they aren't really any shortcuts in the machining, and they're made really well. They look awesome, and when set up correctly, they throw great. I did a review on the new Target Aspar recently that will be coming up for you shortly. It's Target's latest board and it will be used on the Senior World Darts Championships. Is it any good, I hear you ask? Well, I'll give you my opinions on it after I've used it for a few weeks now. I hope you enjoyed the review. Please like, share and subscribe if you're new, and I can provide you guys with the latest dart news, reviews and content from the fast growing and ever changing world of darts. I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching, and remember, love darts.